Forget everything we were told when growing up, because we daydreamed a lot when we were children, right? But then someone came and told us, you shouldn't be daydreaming. You need to relate to reality. And reality isn't a dream. Reality is hard, right? Reality is difficult and it's hard work and you can't be wasting your time dreaming. Well, guess what? They were wrong. As long as I can remember, I've had this daydream about experiencing things in the States, like these cozy small towns. It's something about the vibe. Like, I loved watching Dawsons Creek when I grew up. And I'm from Norway, so we don't have this kind of college experience in Norway, right? We stay at home with our parents when we go to school, and then when we go to university, we stay in these like student condos. It's just spread all over the area, and we don't have like dorm rooms or these kind of social structures around being students or in college. We don't have college. So it's this whole other experience that is not something we know what feels like, but I always love the feeling when watching these kinds of shows. And they don't even have to be like about college, but it's just these feelings of connectedness and hanging out at the pier and getting ice cream together and doing things together as a group. I have no clue why I'm feeling it, but also like I love watching Virgin River and Chesapeake Shores and you know these kinds of places. Where are they? I need to go there. And I just okay, so I have kind of a crazy story, or maybe not that crazy to you, but for me it's crazy. So I think I was Googling a couple of years ago. I think I was Googling like coziest small towns in the States or whatever. I have no clue how I got into it, but I came over this town called Fairhope in Alabama. And I think it was just the name that drew my attention, right? Fairhope, it's like a cozy name. And so I checked it out maybe on Instagram. And when I saw pictures, it felt familiar kind of. And I actually got emotional. It was like I had some connection with that place. And I have no clue why. Like, I've been to the States once in, I think, 1998 when I was young. And I went to Houston and Florida to visit my dad. He was working in the States in Houston for a year, but I've never had any other experiences apart from that. And so I just got obsessed with this Fairhope place because of the feeling it gave me. And I told my mom about it when I came to visit them last year. I've been there after last year, but that time I told them about it. And my mom was like, oh, I want to see where that is. And so she has this app like called Flight Radar, is it? Because she's obsessed with planes and flights. And yeah, it's very cute. She loves traveling. So she goes on the map and it's just like zoomed out on the world map, all right? So you see pretty much the whole world. And she just zooms in once randomly on the map, because when you see the entire world like this, you don't really know where you zoom in. And where do you think she zoomed into? You could see two names on the picture she zoomed into, and it was Alabama and Fairhope. Honestly, and she showed me like, oh my god, look. And that is crazy. What are the odds? So I feel like I'm destined to go there. The funny thing is I also actually have family, like distant family, but just 30 minutes from there or something. But the thing is, I've had that, where's my phone actually? Is it here? Lottie is on it. I don't know if you can see, but this is actually, sorry, this is actually the background picture. Fairhope. No, mobile and Fairhope. How crazy is that? That's the picture from, well, yeah, whatever, you get the point. So the thing is, I've saved it as a background picture because I know that when I feel these things and when I really want something, I really want it, like actually want to experience it. So I said to myself, I just have to go there. One time I have to go there. I know it's far, I know it's expensive to go from Norway to America, but I have to. And I have all these different kinds of spots I want to see as well, like these typical, you know, like shores and Dawsons Creek kind of spot. So if you have any tips for that, please let me know, because I want to do a whole tour when I first get there. I just love, love, love the vibe. And I also want to go to these beautiful foliage, how do you say it? Spots in fall. It looks so amazing. But the whole reason why I'm blabbering about this is it just made me think about daydreaming, okay? And how we actually should be daydreaming a lot more than we do. It's actually very healthy, but not only healthy, it actually brings us closer to the things that we want to do. Because when you're daydreaming, did you know that you're actually practicing achieving or experiencing the things you want? Because if you have seen any of my videos by now, you know that I'm like a huge fan of mind hacks and knowing how the mind works, but it's so I won't ever stop doing that, because this is what my whole channel is about. But we need to know these things about the mind. Okay, we need to know these things because the mind doesn't know the difference between what you're actually experiencing and what you're just thinking about. And you might have seen it, or you have seen examples of that when you think about something you're worried about or you're not looking forward to. Maybe you're having a presentation or an uncomfortable conversation with someone. So you start thinking about it and picturing it or imagining the different outcomes, and then your body reacts to it like it's already experiencing it. Like you feel anxious, or maybe you get sweaty or uncomfortable, whatever. All of these things are just proof that your mind doesn't know if it's actually you experiencing something or if it's just you thinking about it. And the thing is, we should use that to our advantage, right? Because we only get that reflection. No, sorry, not reflection. We only get that response normally when we think about something we don't like, and our body starts acting up in like a negative kind of way. So that's how our mind will react to us imagining things. But we seldom imagine things on purpose, or we seldom imagine things because we want to feel good about them. We only do it when it's something we're dreading or not looking forward to for some reason. Or most of the time we only do that. But if we actually use it to our advantage and we start imagining the things we do like and the things we do want to happen, like me going to Fairhope, Alabama, and other spots that you will let me know about in the comments, please. If we do that, our mind will give our body the response of us actually experiencing that. That is why we get so happy and thrilled when we think about something we really look forward to as well. So in those moments we do that. I remember as a child when we were going on holiday somewhere out of the country, And the night before, I was so excited. I just had to do like, ooh, a little. My body needed to rid itself of the excessive energy because I was so excited and happy about it. And we should do things that brings back that feeling now as adults, because how great a feeling was that? You surely have to be remembering some of those moments, right? And maybe you still have them from time to time. I do. But now I actually choose to have them more often. I choose to have them on purpose. I choose to actively daydream about the things I want, because my mind doesn't know that I'm not experiencing it, but just thinking about it. So what it does is, it's practicing you being in that moment you think about wanting to experience or achieve. So it makes the feeling of whatever it is you're daydreaming about, it makes the feeling familiar. And it lets your entire system know that this is something you want, okay? And this is something that makes you feel good. So from here on out, your mind, will focus on and look for bits and pieces and clues and opportunities that is aligned with the things you keep daydreaming about, so that it will be easier for you to actually achieve it or experience it, or take the opportunities and actually notice the opportunities to get closer to that when they are around you. That is amazing. So by daydreaming, you actually program your mind to actively go look for paths and opportunities to get to what you want to experience. And the better you feel about it, the closer you will get. And what a huge bonus that you can actually feel good about it before you even get there, right? So I know that one day I will experience this Fairhope, Alabama, and this Dawsons Creek vibe somewhere in the States. And maybe this is one of the ways that will bring me closer to that, because it's such a big deal for me that I choose to talk about it here on YouTube, and then you people, great friends of America, will let me know where to be and where to go, and then it will happen, right? It's just amazing. But yeah, America or not, my fantasies or not, the point is you should forget everything we were told when growing up, because we daydreamed a lot when we were children, right? But then someone came and told us you shouldn't be daydreaming. You need to relate to reality. And reality isn't a dream. Reality is hard, right? Reality is difficult, and it's hard work, and you can't be wasting your time dreaming. Well, guess what? They were wrong. The people that consciously daydream about stuff, imagine stuff, seeing them happen, is the people that actually get to experience it. We know this because all of the huge stars in anything tells us, oh yeah, I've dreamt of this since I was a child and I never let it go. So what does that mean? If you want it to happen, keep thinking about it and keep imagining it in the way you want it to be, and then let's see what happens. And let's see if the tube can get me to America. Keep daydreaming, y'all. It's amazing. And let's face it, if you didn't get anywhere closer to it, if all of this was just bogus, you would at least be having a good time, right? Wouldn't it be so much better to lie in bed or sit in your car or on the bus or wherever, thinking about or imagining stuff that you love and want to experience, instead of stressful things that keep going through our minds? Just asking. Think about that. And thank you for listening.